It's 2 in the morning. You're staring at a textbook chapter that feels like a dead end, with an exam deadline only hours away. The tools to bypass this exhaustion are right in front of you. Artificial intelligence is already integrated into the daily workflow of millions of students looking for a way out. But there is a sharp divide in the results. Students who use these tools to outsource their thinking are seeing their actual exam grades collapse, while a small group is using the same technology to reach the top of the class. This drop in marks usually isn't caused by laziness. It happens because students hit conceptual walls, dense, confusing sections of a syllabus that consume hours of time without ever becoming clear. Think of academic AI as a mathematical constant. It multiplies the human effort you put in. If you provide the focus, the technology scales the output of your study session. Achieving high marks requires shifting the technology into the role of a personal tutor, one that forces you to engage with the material instead of just generating it. That engagement begins long before you open a textbook, at the moment you are facing an unorganized, overwhelming syllabus. When you feed a massive syllabus into an AI, it instantly sorts the chaos into a structured daily calendar. You can refine this by scheduling specific revision cycles, systematically returning to older topics so they don't fade before test day. Outsourcing the logistics of your study plan reduces the decision fatigue that typically leads to procrastination, making it easier to actually start the work each day. Even with a schedule, you will still encounter the execution bottleneck, a chapter so dense and jargon-heavy that it feels impossible to translate. This is where the time save happens. You can ask the AI to summarize that confusing paragraph into conversational bullet points, giving you a simplified entry point into a complex topic in seconds. This prevents micro-doubts from taking root, the small misunderstandings that, if left unanswered at 2 in the morning, eventually make the entire subject feel out of reach. Because the AI is available 24/7, you can demand alternate explanations and specific examples until the logic of the concept finally clicks for you. Understanding the material is the first step toward remembering it. When you use AI to clear the conceptual fog, you're building the foundation needed to write strong, accurate answers later. As the exam approaches, you move into the consolidation phase. Time is your most limited resource, and rereading entire textbooks is no longer an option. You can use AI to condense your existing notes into high-impact summaries, isolating the core definitions and key facts you need to memorize. But the real test isn't whether you know the facts, it's whether you can apply them under the pressure of the exam hall. This flowchart shows how to generate that practice. Command the AI to produce specific mock tests from your study materials. Once drafted, the AI acts as a grader, identifying structural flaws and pointing out where phrasing lacks precision. This immediate feedback loop is what transforms a passive reader into a focused, high-scoring candidate. Eventually, the tools disappear. You walk into the exam hall and the digital support system is gone. It is just you and the paper. This is the filter. If you used AI to avoid the struggle of thinking, your preparation will fail the moment you're asked to generate an original thought. Real learning requires building neural pathways through effort. Without that effort, you're left with a weak understanding that won't hold up under pressure. We see it in the math. When your personal effort drops to 0, the entire equation collapses. No matter how powerful the AI is, the result is still 0. AI can organize your time, simplify your chapters, and test your knowledge, but the biological act of learning remains your responsibility. If you had to choose just one of these tasks, notes, doubt solving, mock tests, or revision, which one would you use AI for first? Tell me why in the comments. To see the specific tools that can handle these tasks for you, subscribe and stay tuned for our next video.